whistleblowers is going through in this country. And as I conclude with you, I want to say to you, thank you.
Thank you.
You are a brave man. And I'm sorry. We apologize that you have given your resources, you've given your life, you are physically impacted, you had strokes because of this experience, but you still got up today as another resort to try and get your story out there. And for that, I want to say thank you. Don't stop. I can't make any promises to you that it's going to change tomorrow, but I can say to you, it will change. It's going to get better. Don't stop.
Thank you so much, Honorable Souls. Then
Uh,
we pass the microphone to
yeah, I
Honorable
still
James.
have questions for Dr. Redpath.
Yeah, no, we are passing the microphone to Honorable James.
No, but Che, you have to explain that to me because you have not given me a time limit. My intention was to question both guests.
Yeah.
You didn't indicate to me. If you
The-
did, I would managed it in
The,
a way
the,
that
the
I'm
time
able.
that you have taken is more than the time that was taken by your preceding 6 speakers.
You did not inform me about that, Che. And now I have questions for the second guest. If you told me, like you always do, I have a set time, I would have definitely managed my time. But for me to know that now I can't ask important questions. And as a matter of fact,
The reason why I did not inform you is because I very much believe in your abilities to read at what others do and you suit yourself.
no, we are not the same, Chair. Other members, Honorable Breitenbach just made a comment and she was done. Others asked one question, two questions. I can't be subjecting myself to that. I want to ask questions. And so for Chair to then say that I had to look at that and then determine I'll do the same, that's not correct. I would have definitely, if you gave me a time, I would have managed it within that block to ask both members.
Yeah, so okay, I now do you want me to give you time?
Please, Chairperson,
I now give you 30 seconds.
to question Dr. Redpath.
Yeah. And,
That is inadequate, Chair.
and your time starts now.
No, that's inadequate, Chair. I wouldn't be able to do it in 30 seconds.
Okay. May we pass the microphone to Honorable James?
No, Chair. Point of order. If you have opened up to me what the standard would have been, I would have managed my time. Kindly give me a set additional time and I will restrict my questioning just to that. But not to allow me to question is not acceptable, Chair.
May you kindly pass the microphone to the next speaker, that is Honorable James.
No, Chair, it's still in my time. I would like to ask Dr. Redpath the questions that I've prepared, please.
How much time do you need to ask her?
Given the situation, I will then just ask for 15 minutes,
50 minutes.
1-5. And I will restrict because, as I said, when I started, I thought it will be like yesterday. Chair didn't say the rules has changed. Now I can't leave without asking the questions. But seeing that we are in the situation, I will restrict my questions to 15 minutes.
Yeah, you have used 40 minutes already since you started asking questions.
Yes, yesterday your approach was different, Chair. Yesterday you allowed us free reign to ask questions, spend time with the guests. I thought it was the same today. So I did not disobey your order. I was not ill disciplined. I was merely taking as a point of reference yesterday. Today you've changed it, but you didn't inform me. And now I'm asking, give me 15 minutes. I will leave out some of the other questions that I had for Dr. Redpath, and then we'll stop, Chair.
I'm not persuaded by any of the arguments that you are advancing. I'm not persuaded. I'm allocating you the time that you need, and I'm doing it not because I'm persuaded. So you don't have to advance any argument. May you use the time that you need.
Thank you, Chairperson.
Chair. No, but Chair, I think you are unfair to us as members of this committee. One, we have been obeying to your directives. Yeah, when you say a member must stop speaking, we have been stopping without questioning your decisions. That's number one. Number two, Honorable Suals has spoken more than all of us here, for more than all of us. Despite the fact that he arrived late, yes, there was an apology. He arrived late, and it was not for the first time he arrives late. And then he comes here and want to dispute your directives. I think we are setting a wrong precedent if you allow Honorable Suals to continue despite the directive that you have given. He has been given a lot of time, and in his time, he made motivations, he read scriptures, he preached, and so on, instead of asking questions. And now he still wants to ask more questions because we're going to demand the same privilege in our turn when we come back. And this committee will be nothing but a circus. It will be reduced to a circus. So, Chair, I don't agree with you when you want to allow Honorable Suals to do what he's doing.
Let me tell you one thing. When the day is at this age, I no longer have anything to lose. That is my attitude. The productive hours of the day are gone. So whatever amount of time you need, honorable members, I'm going to give you. Because my understanding is that we work as a collective. And even before you look at the chair, what the chair does, you must look at your fellow honorable members. If we allocate your time to speak, and then one of you speaks for 3 minutes, one speaks for 5 minutes, one speaks for 6 minutes, 7 minutes, it must be the norm. But if one of you is going to speak for almost an hour, and you don't want to raise those matters with your fellow member, you want to raise it with the chair, you are being unfair on the chairperson. I give you a chance, Honorable Nomvalo, to address Honorable Suals if you have issues with him, not me. It's not me speaking. It's him who wants to speak, address him. I give you time to address him.
No, Chair, it's going to degenerate to a dialogue. Honorable Suals must know what is right and what is wrong. You are the chair.
Yeah, tell him.
And I'm addressing him through you.
Yes.
That is a principle.
Yes.
I can't be addressing him directly because it's going to degenerate. So I'm trying to maintain the decorum, Chairperson. What Honorable Suals is doing is wrong. He must stop it.
Okay. What is your response, Honorable Suals?
Honorable Chair, firstly, I was not late. There was an interview with the ENCA outside. That's part of our responsibility here. So I was not late. That's number one. Two, Chairperson, you did not allocate time. Every time you do allocate time, I keep to my time. Honorable Nomvalo didn't have 5,000 questions. He didn't have a scripture. He didn't have a motivational speech. So he finished in the time that he wanted to finish. Myself, I do have questions, more than one. I do have a scripture. I do have a motivational speech. And if a time bracket was not allocated, I'm not wrong in assuming that what happened yesterday can happen today. But seeing that Chair says, no, I should end, I am now asking for 15 minutes. I have not done anything wrong. And so I can do what I want in my time. If Honorable Nomvalo has a problem with me being me, my faith, making that part of my time, that's his problem. I won't stop.
Honorable Skosana, your hand is up.
Chair, for the sake of time, I guess we need to respect what you were doing to all of us here. You know, you never negotiated with anyone. When you say stop, stop, and that's it. Whether I want to have another 2 minutes, you were not benevolent when it comes to that. Let's continue like that, Chair. Thank you.
But the process of that, Chair, was you have an allocated time, and then you say stop at that allocated time. In this instance, there wasn't an allocated time. You
Chief
must
Whip,
just be clear about that. I was not disrespectful to the Chair.
Chief Whip.
No, Chair, can I make a suggestion in terms of how we should deal with that concern? Maybe let me qualify my suggestion by saying that I was not around yesterday. As a consequence of which I was not very familiar with how the proceedings were handled yesterday. But I learned later on, and I hope my lessons are accurate, that members were given an opportunity to go as detailed as they could to interact with the people who appeared before us yesterday. Now, earlier on, Chair, when myself and Honorable Nomvalo were given an opportunity to speak, the two of us made a mistake. But we agreed that the mistake we committed, I think Honorable Matthias is in the same boat as us. When we had an opportunity to ask questions, we only thought, for me, it was a mistake because I was not here yesterday, that we were dealing with one person at the time. And so we asked questions to Dr. Redpath, and we were not able to proceed to Advocate Maqebula. Now, this is what I propose, Chair. In the light of what is argued by Honorable Suals, the precedent that was set yesterday, the mistakes that were committed earlier on today, I want to propose that for us to progress, can I request that each one of us that may still be wanting to have questions to either of the witnesses or the people appearing before us that we have not asked, at least maybe be given 5 minutes. I want to propose that rather than getting 15 minutes and more, maybe just to be given 5 to 10 minutes, each one of us. We don't have to exhaust it, but in an event where one has got questions that will take up to 10 minutes, we take that as a compromise, Chair, because I'm afraid if we don't agree on any way to handle the current impasse, we might have a meeting degenerating for another half an hour, which would not be in the interest of the public. Thanks.
Okay, can I check before I make that decision? Can I check how many of you want to speak? No, Honorable James, you are supposed to be the last speaker. It's just that there is a delay. The delivery van is still stuck somewhere. So it's you, Honorable Matthias and Chief Whip. And can we agree that your questions are only directed to Advocate Maqebula? No, both of you, Honorable Matthias, can I get that confirmation? I give you 5 minutes, the three of you. I give you 5 minutes each, except Honorable James. So can you conclude, Honorable Suals, in the next 5 minutes?
I'll do so, Chairman. I also propose that for future, please be clear about the allocated time. Dr. Redpath, I'm going to use my 5 minutes for you to just clear up my understanding of what you're saying about the PKTT versus the general number of murders within KZN. Saying is that you have the provincial commissioner, which is in charge of the PKTT, and the same provincial commissioner is in charge of the province SEPs. And what you have is a huge amount of money out of the government coffers is given to a unit, 450 million. And it's focused on this small section. And indeed, there has been success in the decrease of political killings in KZN. But in the same province, there are the murder rate and the numbers that you have given, 4,000 and increased to 6,000 plus. That numbers is factual and it is for the general murder rate. And so what you are saying is, if the same amount of investment or more can be given to our detectives generally in the entire SEPs, so that the murder rate that is increasing would then decrease. And then more South Africans are being served. But currently, the focus is on one unit, but there's nothing happening in the same province as it relates to the general numbers of murder. So how is it that the same person responsible for PKTT, political killings are dropping, but the general murder, which is actually responsible for constitutionally to keep the province safe, that is increasing. But there's less money given to the province and more money given to the PKTT and any other task team. Is that understanding correct? Before you answer, because we've got 5 minutes and then you'll just close. You point us to section 3, paragraph 10, where you say that in a report, not your opinion, in a report, the SEPS report that says the detective service capability of the SEPS has been under strain for several years with little to no growth in resources. Emerging and priority crime threats often require the diversion of detective service resources to specialized task teams. You are saying that's the problem. Is my understanding correct? First, your numbers are factual. You have never said that that numbers is for the PKTT. It's for the general murder rate in KZN, and it has increased. And secondly, the disparity there of more money given to task teams and less given to the detective service.
That is mostly a correct summary, except for the part that the people and the vehicles came from KwaZulu-Natal's resources. However, the overtime, accommodation, laundry, etc., came from the national budget. And I'm asking the committee to find out where exactly it came from and how is decision-making around that done. So yes, in general, I would agree with your summary of my position, but the question is more complicated. It's in an environment where things are rapidly deteriorating generally in KwaZulu-Natal. All of those murders also need to be investigated. So, you know, it's exactly as you said. What are the priorities? And if this is the priority, then let's be honest about it. If political killings are the priority, let's be honest about it and let's tot up exactly how much is spent on it and how much is not spent on other things. So yes, thank you. That was a good summary.
So essentially the misleading point is to say that the numbers that you've presented here is misleading. that is actually misleading. To say that you have given incorrect numbers is misleading.
Well, yeah, I would agree with you.
And we must just be very clear that you are not against the PKTT. And we must all accept that there has been success by the PKTT of political killings. But in the same province, other families are experiencing murders. The province is still unsafe. And the provincial numbers for murder has increased. And that is because there's no resources. There's no money being pumped into police stations that needs to reach the normal South African.
Agreed. That is a good summary of the situation. So it's not that there's no money, but given the size of the problem, there's disproportionate allocation to one problem, which is the PKTT, which on its narrow job has been successful.
Doctor, thank you very much for your work. I'm going to stop there. I wish I could ask you more questions, but thank you very much for your work. And just know that when South Africans are desperate for a hero, and when the hero comes along and you seem to be attacking the hero, you become the enemy automatically. But stick to your job, stick to the numbers, stick to the facts, and keep on highlighting the facts. Thank you.